Hi guys, I was reading this morning something from this book which is called Outliers, and it's about the story of success and what it means to be successful in life. And I was listening to some people on YouTube, and one of them was something which I want to get a discussion going because I'd love to get your thoughts on it. It was Will Smith talking about that in order to be successful you've got to be, and these are his words, and again you can go on YouTube and listen to this. He says that those who are successful, they need to be unrealistic. They need to be unrealistic. He said being realistic is the quickest way to mediocrity. I'll say it again. Will Smith said, is talking about what made him accept the role to play the film The Pursuit of Happiness. In the film The Pursuit of Happiness, he plays a father who's lost everything, and he has his son, and he's been kicked out of his home. Life's been really, really tough to them. His wife divorces them, and he's lost everything. And the film is based on a true story, and he's talking about what inspired him to take that role. And he said, well, it ties into his core beliefs. If you go on YouTube right now after this, you can look at a shortened version of that. But anyway, he was saying that the essence was, he said that he believed, and his dad taught him from a young age, that you need to be unrealistic when it comes to setting your goals. Now, immediately, I think this got me thinking, because I think, well, does that make sense? That's silly, isn't it? Stupid, surely. Now, Will Smith's a very intelligent guy. He's a global superstar, and yet he was very, very clear. He said being realistic about your goals is the quickest way to mediocrity. Now, immediately that got me thinking, what exactly does he mean when he says you need to be unrealistic? Because I don't know about you, but I've been raised in a world, raised in an environment whereby I've been taught to be realistic. You want to achieve something, people say you can't do that, be realistic, avoid disappointments. And oftentimes that can come from friends and family who do love you and don't want to see you get hurt, or so forth. So it got me thinking, what does it mean? Well, one of the things Will Smith says in the video is that when we say be realistic, what we are doing is setting our expectations of what is possible based on what's happened around us, based on what's happened in the past. We are looking, if you like, over our shoulder into our past and basing our expectations on that. Now, let me just share some inspiring things with you. Before going to business, let me just use some academic examples. There's a student who, in England, if you're watching this around the world, we grade our students. So we have A star, A, B, C, D, E, F, and then U means ungraded. So obviously A is the highest. You then go from A, B, C, D, E, F. In some cases G, and then U means ungraded. So low, it's just ungradable. It's that low. And there's a student who last year at our school, this person went from a grade G to an A. From a G to an A. Now, if you told me as an educator that was possible, I would say to you, I don't think so. I don't think so. Why? If you ask me why, I'd have said because I haven't experienced it. Number two, I'd have said the grade difference to jump from a G, which is the lowest you can get, to a grade A, is just so high. Now, in saying that, there's another student who I taught, because the sun's coming out here, another student I taught. This guy was expected a very, very low grade, a grade E, and this guy jumped from a U to an E to missing a grade B by just 2 marks. Now, that's just 2 examples. Now, there are more examples, but my point being this, I want you to imagine with both those students, you sat down with them before those amazing breakthroughs in their grades and said to them, you are going to skyrocket in your grades. They probably would have laughed at you. Even though they're working hard, they probably would have laughed at you. Now, when it comes to business, there's so many examples. Again, I want to keep the videos very, very short because I'm about to head to the beach now after I have another bite to eat. The food here is so good. But there's so many examples of that, to the point whereby it got me thinking, does Will Smith make sense? Or is he talking nonsense when he says be unrealistic? And I think I wouldn't be doing it justice if I just wrapped it up in the next 30 seconds, but I think it's food for thought. I think it's food for thought to at least admit, on the one hand, that when you and I set our goals, are we just looking over our shoulder at the past, our past experiences, our past hurts, even as a mirror of what our friends and family tell us we can do? Is that what we're using as a platform to govern what we can achieve in the future? Are we looking at the mirror of what friends and family have said we can achieve in our past? Are we using that as our mirror for the future? And if we are, then you, me, all of us, whether we're in education, whether we're in business, whether we're in sport, we need to examine that, because if we're doing that, I believe we're often not losing. We must still listen to the advice of those around us, but last time I checked, every single person lives their own lives, and there's more free thought on this, but again, in terms of there's a natural food, I'm going to have that now. But no, write your comments down below, tell me what you think, because again, like I said, I'm all about peak performance, getting people to get rid of the rubbish from their past in order to achieve all they can, be it in business, be it academically, in the sporting field. But here's the reason why, guys: we only have one mind from which comes all our success or failures. And I think Will Smith would agree with me that if what we are perceiving as possible is based totally on the views of those around us, then will you ever achieve anything of merit? And I believe part of success means achieving something that you never thought was possible. And I want to talk more about another time. So to your success, and please go and look at Will Smith things on YouTube and then leave your comments down below, and let's get talking more. Okay, have a great summer. I'm sure you'll hear from me soon. Bye bye.